NBA Milton Knockball League, and today I have an exclusive interview with captain of the Eastern Eagles, Sean Keating.
Hi guys.
So if you guys don't know, we made a video before this on how Sean Keating, the captain of the Eastern Eagles, who's sitting right beside me, traded former MVP Quinn to the Northern Narwhals. And why'd you do it?
Well, there were some things that were said on the practice field that were greatly unappreciated and completely unprofessional, and it just gave me enough of that fuel to just move him out because of the things that he said. I'm not going to say them here because they were just extremely insulting to Ben Musgrove, who's now entering the Hall of Fame, and I just couldn't stand the things that he said on that day, and that fueled me enough to trade him away and show him that, you know, I don't care what type of player he is, he can't be saying stuff like that. That's disrespectful, and yeah, that's why I moved him.
You know, most people, like from Memorial Stanco, do agree with that, but some people think that he's one of the greatest players so far right now. And how do you just like answer those questions saying he just won league MVP? Why would you trade him? Like, how do you answer those questions?
Well, to answer those questions, really, the game to me is not all about who scores the most goals, who wins the most awards or anything. The game matters to me as playing together with teammates that you enjoy playing with, and you wouldn't rather play with anyone else except for your teammates that you play with. And after hearing the things that Quinn said, it just made me not want to play with him anymore. And so that just fueled me enough to move him, as I said before.
So I want to kind of lead off Quinn for a little bit. So considering that you guys are holding the #1 overall pick, and you guys projected to redraft Robert Melvin, who entered halfway through the year, so he had to enter the draft. So do you think he's your guy? Do you think you can at least fill the job that Quinn did, maybe even better?
Yes, I'm 100% confirming right now in this video that he will be redrafted by me. And yeah, you saw what he could do last year. He got playoff MVP, Rookie of the Year, very well deserving of both of those two awards. And that, to me, is just proof enough. He's proved himself to me that he can play, he can start, and I'm really excited to see what he can do on the playing field next year.
Considering you guys have just won a championship, and you guys, you actually said it in a couple of videos back, I want to bring back the championship squad. But now that probably one of the main factors of you guys winning that championship is gone, how do you like try to look at maybe the second round of the draft to help fill, just like, because Robert came off the bench as a strong bench player that no one really game planned for, because some people maybe he might not even come into the game, but now that he's the starter, are you trying to find another guy like that in the second round maybe?
Hopefully. I mean, I don't think many of the really good players are going to draw to the second round, but I am looking at some options with a couple of other players. We'll probably see which player that will be at the combine. I'll have to look and see how everyone plays and kind of figure out where they might fall in the draft.
Great answer. So another question that a lot of people have are with Robert Melvin. Quinn was really known for scoring his goals. He was an insane goal scorer, great with the ball, really good hands, and people are just wondering, like, we know that Robert's got a pretty good defensive edge. Some people relate him to a younger Ben Musgrove before he retired. So are you going to try to maybe tell him to lay off the defensive edge, or do you want your team to now be known as more of the defensive end, like the Western Warriors last year?
Well, I'm not going to tell him to lose that defensive edge. That defensive edge is just unbelievable. I want to keep that defensive edge, but incorporate that better offensive awareness to that defensive edge so that he can become that bona fide two-way forward just like Musgrove was last year.
I think a lot of people are looking forward to seeing how Robert Melvin does. And he's technically not a rookie, but he has to enter the draft considering he came in halfway through the year. Do you think that he can produce as much goals as Quinn did and maybe match up those numbers, such as like Charles Martin Charles Martin actually missed half the year last year, but Charles Martin is going to play a full year this year, but do you think that he can like be up there and fall, like try to get into a hunt for the Sniper Award as like Quinn did in the MVP? And
well, he already is in that race. If you think about it, last year he matched the same amount of goals that Charles Martin had last year, even though he played half the season. Yeah, he matched his goals, and he was only 1 point behind Quinn. Quinn had 13 points, and Robert finished 12 with those 3 assists that he picked up during the year. So I think that absolutely he can be in contention for both those awards next year.
I think a lot of people also believe that he can also make it far. So last year you guys went 7-1, and then you actually lost your first game, and then you won 7 straight, and you didn't look back, and you just went all the way to the Shameless Cup, and you guys won it over the Western Warriors. Do you think that Quinn, do you think that Robert can even maybe get to even a better record or even a better one, considering you guys were pretty much perfect?
Potentially. I think that if he puts in the amount of training, if he can gain that offensive ability that I need him to gain, yeah, I think we're set.
And that looks like you heard it from Sean Keating. They believe, the Eastern Eagles believe, that Robert Melvin can take them even farther than before. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you later.